Hi, beautiful people. Shanda on demand. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know it's a little dark. Sorry. That's the effect of wearing a hat. Like you should just never wear one when you're doing a live. Good morning, Marilyn. Who else is in the house? Say hello, hello, hello. Awesome. All right. Okay. I feel like we have a really good topic today. And the topic that I want to talk to you about is how do you close down this year, open up next year so you can put yourself in a position where you feel so excited, but also so competent about next year. Who's excited about that? Put me if you're excited about setting up next year, getting the juices rolling. Okay, so there's a book that many of you will never read. I only say that because it takes a lot of effort. And the world that we live in has trained us to not put in a lot of effort, trained us to spin our wheels, but not put in a lot of effort. There's a book by the name of The Road Less Stupid. I know, it's kind of a weird name. But it's a great name because if you think about it, the road less stupid means that so many of us don't make a move because we're worried about doing something wrong, which is actually kind of AKA code for feeling stupid about something, feeling like we don't know. And so there's a book called The Road Less Stupid. Thank you for somebody putting it in there. The Road Less Stupid. I recommend everybody get it. You can get the audiobook. Oh, Kathy's reading it. Awesome. So good. So The Road Less Stupid is not a book that you can read driving down the street or walking your dog or going for a run because you have to sit and think. Okay. You literally have to sit and think. And I don't know about you, but who had a productive morning this morning? Put me or no. Put me or no in the comment section. Who had a productive morning? Put me or no. So I didn't have a productive morning. I had a good morning. I got some business done. I got some emails out that need to get out. Normally, I don't touch any emails in the morning. I got to spend some quality time with my son, which was really great. And I'm feeling groggy today. Human moment, right? They're just human moments. And when you have those human moments, you just get to, I just share them because a lot of times I think we look at people online or we look at people's lives and we're like, oh, I want that husband or wife, or, oh, I want that, body, or, oh, I want that business, or, oh, I want that vacation, or, oh, I wish I could go to Spain, or whatever, right? We look at everybody else's lives and we don't realize that they're having human moments as well. So as you're finishing this year, I want you to forgive yourself for any human moments because you're human. And, there's a lot of people who are going to 100%, if you're ambitious, you will be judged. And I just want to share that with you. You'll be judged even if you're not ambitious, but you're especially under a microscope when you're ambitious. And I just want to encourage you as you're walking your walk towards now to the end of the year and the beginning of next year is to take account for what works. So write this down. Okay. So number one, and Faith, you should do this too. Take account for what worked this year. Super important to look at what worked. The problem with not doing that first is you don't prime your mind to be open, and openness is huge, but to be open and also be disciplined on knowing what you want. See, when I was learning marketing and learning my business, I spent more time listening to other people's visions of how I should do things. And the problem with that is those are not the things that were branded on your heart. Okay, when people give you a lot of advice, I include coaches, mentors, things like that. It is so much easier to work with someone when you know where you're going, you know what you want to create, and then people that are actually like good-hearted. Like when someone's heart is hurt, I'm telling you, when someone's heart is hurt, they can be the most ambitious person on the planet, but they will constantly feel unhappy. And whether they want to acknowledge it or not, they will constantly feel unhappy. So I share this with you because if you can get yourself to the point, which all of you can, if you can get yourself to the point where you look at really what was here, like what worked, then what it's going to do is it's going to open you up to trust yourself. It's going to open you up to actually do some good work. And then here's where we need to go. Between now and the end of the year, between now and the end of the year, You need to look at really what worked. And then you need to look at what is really, I would not do more than 3. What are the 3 biggest gaps? And if you wanted to get this really right for you guys who aren't going to read the book, The Road Less Stupid, it's a tough book to read. And you are forced to make decisions. And making decisions, I think, is the hardest thing we do as a human race. I really do. I think it's really hard to make the decisions on who we marry, who we stay in relationship with, where we work, what we do, how we parent, who we're going to be friends with. So many people just, they give up the decision making and they just walk around like corpse. I see it all the time in our leadership programs. People, especially when they're in person, people walk in and their shoulders are down and they think that they're powerful and amazing, but they don't realize so much of their light is not turned on. Right. And so that's, we're lacking in some decision making in those moments because it's easier to just kind of go with the flow, or it's easier to keep running. Right. Put on your running shoes and keep making everything in your life wrong and keep running. So I'm going to try and stabilize you today. You guys good with that? Yes. Put stable. Who wants to be stable? Put stable in the comment section. I'm going to stabilize you. At least I'm going to attempt to. And this is how I do it. So if you want to get this, what the 3 gaps are right, then I recommend writing down first what really worked. You need to do it in this order. Trust me, because it lights you up. What really worked? And when you look at what really worked, it would be really powerful. This, by the way, works with marketing as well. This is how marketing works. Whatever worked, there was, like, why do you think it worked? Like, what was the benefit? So like if you're doing a marketing plan, I'm going to kind of play with this. When you're doing a marketing plan, you want to look at benefits. So in other words, this might be easier to see. Why? Okay. So why did that work? Well, why it worked is what you see as the benefit. You can literally create sales pages and pitches this way. If you really listen to me right now, if you wonder why people don't buy from you, maybe they do or don't, but if you wonder why you don't have more people buying from you, it's because you haven't articulated the benefits enough. So many people want to talk about their goals. They want to talk about other people's goals. They want to give advice. They want to do all these things, but they don't listen to the heart behind things. The heart is what you find beneficial in your life. That's your heart, right? Like I hope the people at Heartcore feel like they have an option in life to make more money than their salaries. I hope they feel encouraged to be their best. I hope they feel pushed a little to show up more for themselves and their family. I hope they feel, you get what I'm saying? Like, and so, well, why? Well, because the benefit is if I can push them to make more money in their life, then that type of pivoting and learning how to spot cash and make and create value for people, like their ability to do their job really well and get paid more than their salaries to do it. They know what I'm talking about. You might not. It's called runway money in Heart. And when they learn how to do that, when they get over their fears or their justifications of not going